Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm gonna do something a little bit different in today's video. I kinda wanna throw in my thoughts about AI. Now AI is a tool that's being used. It actually has been used for a while, but over the years it's gotten a lot stronger. Even as recently, AI has gotten pretty strong. And I kind of want to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of AI. And some issues I have with it and all that. And possibly some good stuff. And all that. Because honestly, it's going to probably, it's going to help out us and stuff with people. But it's probably going to cause more harm than anything. But I figured I'll talk about that. If you guys don't want to, listen to me talk about this stuff, you guys can click off the video. I actually do reviews. I'm not an AI. I'm definitely not an AI person. I'm not actual AI, because they actually have, people who are using AI for voicing on YouTube. Trust me, I'm not AI. I actually even have a video for you guys that's not made by AI. It's actually I'm gonna be doing another part to my SpongeBob Season 2 review. So, yes. But for people who want to stick around and, watch this stuff, and for me to talk about my thoughts on it, I'll be doing that here. So, I guess if you guys haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, make sure you guys are still notified, because, there's been some weird stuff going on with YouTube and all that. And sometimes the subscriber accounts will randomly, disappear and come back, Some people may be losing interest in my videos, but I feel like sometimes also it just happens too. I've been hearing reports about that, so, yeah. But, anywho, let's go ahead and talk about this. So, like I said before, AI has actually been around for a lot longer than you think. But back in the day, it was not as powerful as it is now. AI is a lot more powerful now. AI is very, very, very powerful. And what's happening here with AI, it's getting so powerful that it's not only causing people to lose their jobs, because it's going to be doing stories and all that, and art and all that. It's also it's also getting to the point where it's also getting to the point where it's getting so realistic. It's very hard to kind of tell if it's AI or not, which is kind of concerning, because I've talked a little bit about it in the past, but I figured I'll bring it up again here. My issue with AI is it's getting so real that I'm worried it can bring out false information. It can be used to get people in trouble and all that. Or hell, they can fucking use AI and all that to hack, stuff and all that easier. And that's kind of the problem. That's the problem with the whole AI thing. For example, I know this might sound very crazy here, but this AI is getting so bad, it can literally hack into systems. If it gets too powerful, it can, right now it's smart, but it's not, super smart, but I'm just saying it can, end up hacking into your phones and all that, and all that, and, it can also hack into the computers and all that, so it can, I don't know how the power plants are and all that, but it could hack into those and cause explosions or chaos or something, Again, it sounds very crazy the way I'm saying it, but it's true. It's true. It's actually true. It can literally do that, and that's what's so scary about it. It can do all this stuff and all that, and it's not very good. It's not good at all. That, it can do all these bad things and all that. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I'm having some problems with the freaking AI. For example, my fucking speech-to-texting. I use this older phone here because the newer one has this fucking goddamn AI stuff. I mean, I'm sick of it. Like I'm trying to do my stories here and all that because in the future, I actually want to create my own, scripts. Like, I actually have a bunch of scripts already made. I've taken a break from them for a little while because I've been busy with other stuff, but I want to turn them into, like, cartoons and stuff down the road. But to do that, I have to be able to make them, and I'm not very good at spelling and all that, and, because it's fucking all this AI bullshit, it's like I can't get a damn human being to help with the problems anymore, and all. It's all done by computers and all, and that the problem is it's getting shit wrong, really bad. Like, I mean really bad. Like, it's starting to, like, speak words out that aren't even the same what I'm saying. Like, it's getting worse. It's not getting better. Some people are telling me that, like, it needs to find my voice, but that's not the problem. The problem is, it's like I said, it's getting worse. If it was trying to find my voice, it would be getting better. And all, it's not getting better. It's getting worse. That's because they keep using this damn AI shit, and it's really, really getting out of hand. It is getting way out of hand. And this is actually going to be a problem with crap like YouTube. YouTube is kind of where the problem's going to happen too. I have a feeling this shit is probably going to destroy a shit ton of channels. And I mean, I'm going to say this right now, like, I might be safe. I actually might be okay because I make a lot of different stuff. But for people who do like reviews or like and use avatars or like do let's plays and all, they don't want to show their faces. I mean, I'm kind of like that too, but like I do, store, stuff and all that. I show things, stores and all that. For people who just do one of those things or don't do a lot of things, there's going to be a problem. Like, I feel like it's going to, like, cause these channels to get, canceled. Because YouTube's going to try to go in there and try to, like, like they do with the whole kids album thing, like when they're trying to do this whole make videos for kids bullshit thing, and they targeted a lot of channels and all that, and a lot of these channels, either got taken down or, their comments were shut down. Hell, some channels I wasn't even fucking notified, and it's still like that now. Like, they have not resolved the problem. I'm still not getting notified for certain channels. Like, even Zebra Gamer, which I guess technically he doesn't count because he's not really, he retired, but, he's a YouTuber that I subscribe to, but this whole fucking YouTube Kids bullshit made it where I literally cannot be notified for his videos. That's the problem. And even like then, like, YouTube's not they're basically going and controlling a lot of people and all that, they're controlling a lot of people. And then they're trying to take control of the channels, which beats the whole point of the platform. And that's what the problem with this AI is going to come into. And I think it's not just YouTube. I have a feeling this is going to be a problem with a lot of social media platforms in general. Like, I feel like it's going to try to, take down channels and all that. If I were you guys, I'd be backing your stuff up because I have a feeling it's going to get bad. I don't think it's going to last forever, but I think it's going to be like an apocalypse for the internet. Like I said, if I were you guys, I would be backing your stuff up. And if I were you guys as well, I've been trying to tell people this, but people are not listening. But, I don't care. It's their loss. But I'm trying to tell people, to try not to use your phones for stuff as much. Work is one thing, but, having to get control, your thermostat and the house, and all that, and, controlling, a washer machine and all, which, by the way, my dad has all that in his house. Because we got this new washer machine and dryer in the house. The issue with all that is... basically the whole issue with this is it's going to cause a big problem. Because, like I said, it's going to get eventually... I feel like it's going to get eventually to the point where it's going to get smart enough, or, somebody's gonna try to use it and hack stuff, and, like I said, it's gonna be chaotic. It's happening really fast, and that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. I'm trying to tell you guys warning you guys that this is probably going to end up being a bad thing, you know? I mean, I can't tell people what they can and can't do. I'm just giving you guys a heads up. Like, I would try to have your phones not be using stuff in your house and all that to be controlling as much stuff in case things get bad, you know? Like I said, it's probably going to get pretty bad here, you know, but I do think people can't avoid this stuff so it doesn't get as bad. Like, it doesn't escalate as bad. That's the thing, though, you know, like, I think this, you know, the whole thing and all with that, you know, is, it's, like, not, you know, too bad. Like, you know, if people can, you know, like, avoid some of this stuff. Now, speaking of which, with the whole AI, I want to talk about at least the good sides of things, because I was talking about the bad stuff. Like, this stuff is definitely very bad, and I have a feeling it's going to happen. And as YouTube, I'll talk more about YouTube later, because there's some more issues that are coming around with YouTube with this stuff. But I'll talk about that later. I mainly want to talk about just the AI stuff right now. But now we have, you know, another problem with, well, not a problem. I mean, this actually can be also a good thing at times, too. But, like, I talked about how AI is going to probably steal more and more people's jobs, you know? And, one thing that the AI is going to do is, like, for example, it's going to cost people jobs, like, with, like, voice acting and, like, there's going to be less people voice acting and all that, and then we got, you know, scripts and all that. They're going to replace people probably with scripts because they can write yourself, which I'm just like, at that point, I'm just like, I don't know, like, you're taking all the creativity out of there, you know, like, I don't know, it's just ridiculous, you know, like, sure, you can have AI write a story, and some of these are actually very, very powerful. I've done some of these. Not really to make scripts. I write the scripts myself. I do. That's why I'm you know, been bitching about the speech to texting and how I can't take it to a damn phone store or anywhere to, like, get it fixed anymore, because speaking again, they use this AI bullshit instead of using actual human beings. But, you know, I don't know, but I have, you know, I've tested some of that out, and yeah, it's pretty powerful, but again, it's not going to, you know, be as good as having actual human beings, you know, do this stuff, you know. Having human beings, you know, write the stories is going to be where, you know, it's going to happen, you know. And that's the thing, though. Like, it's getting very powerful, but I don't think it's going to get, like, super duper bad, like, where, like, it'll cost everybody their jobs. Like, there's gonna be people fighting back, you know, and all that. And that's the thing with, like, these tech companies. Like, I have a feeling, like, right now, I'm gonna flat out say this. I think these tech companies should be concerned because you can lay off all these people, you know. I mean, not just tech companies, like Hollywood and all these, like, fast food places and all, which I guess technically they're not, like, as bad, but, like, janitors and all, they're using robots instead of, like, actual human beings, you know. But, like, that's the thing, though. Like, you can replace all these people, but there's always going to be competition. There's always going to be competition. And what's going to happen is people are going to come out and fight and have their own, you know, set of competition, you know. And what's going to happen is eventually a lot of this shit, you know, people are bitching about, somebody's going to come in and create a platform or something, and people are going to go there, and they're going to just leave. You know, you can have all these bots and all there, but the problem is, at this point, they're freaking going to be just dead. That's the problem. It's going to be basically dead, you know? That's the problem, you know, it's going to be dead, you know? So I'm just saying, you know, like, it's going to be nothing but, like I say, it's going to cause chaos. Like I said, I think it's going to cause a lot of chaos, but I think the more people that's why I'm making this video, because I'm giving you guys a heads up, you know, because the more people that fight back, the less chaotic it's gonna be, you know. And you know, the whole story thing, by the way, I'm actually doing all that myself. Like, I'm actually not wanting to get a job at Hollywood because of this stuff and because of problems in the past. I'm actually wanting to create my own cartoons and studios. I actually would probably find voice actors down the road. I've actually been trying to find some, but it's been very hard. And then, like, artists, like, Well, I've tried to do artists, but I think I don't know, I might start out doing it myself, and then maybe eventually I might hire some artists down the road. I don't know. This is like way down the road. This isn't gonna happen anytime soon, because I'm on square one right now, like I'm starting off kind of, small. Eventually I'll work my way up, but I'm gonna try to avoid AI as much as possible. But I mean, AI can be useful. It can actually be useful at times. It can, because I've heard some people say they can't speak very well, so they use AI and all that to like, in that case, it can actually help. And I hate to admit it, but I actually am using a little bit of AI art for my DaVinci art thing, which by the way, that's for adults and all that. I'm not really doing it. I'm not really, I'm doing it more so to practice and give people like credit, and I might earn some cash for it too if I sell some of the art. Because I'm thinking about selling some of that art. Like, I'm not really into the the fetish stuff and all that. Like, I'm not really into that kind of stuff, but I figured, that could be a good way to start it out, and all that. But I don't know, I'm kind of like, I mean, it's not just fetish. I make other art, too. I'm just starting out kind of with that stuff, and then, it's getting a lot of views. It is, but again, I don't want to do that stuff forever. Eventually, I'm not going to probably use AI at all, but, like, right now, I'm using AI until I'm going to find a program I can use that, will work. The problem is, because of AI and all, it's going to get really hard to find, programs that work, But that's the thing, though, too. Like I said, AI can actually be very useful in certain situations. But having it, run in an entire fucking platform like Google or Facebook or something, that's not good. That's fucking not good. Because then that there's problems with it, you can't have a damn human there to, like, look after it, And that's the problem. That's where it's getting at there and all that. And that's the same thing with, like, like having, having them, like, having AI and all that replace these people's jobs and all that. It's getting bad. Like I said, it's getting bad. But like I said, I think there's going to be people who are going to fight back with it, like, even with restaurants and all that. Like, there's going to be, like, these independent stores and, restaurants and all that are going to fight back, like AI is gonna, it's gonna get pretty bad, but I don't think it's gonna get, like, people are gonna be able to fight back. I'm just worried if the AI will start fighting back. Like I said, it could be like those, those, like, electronic, episodes of these TV shows. Like, for example, we had that happen in, a Scooby-Doo episode, which is actually one I want to talk about down the road. But there's an episode of What's New Scooby-Doo where, like, they go to this futuristic house and everything's run by, like, the house. So everything's controlled by this one house and all that, and it goes kind of haywire. Same with, like, Futurama had a few episodes like that too and all that. And it's like, it's all run by, like, one machine or one this and all that. That's the problem. Like I said, that's where the whole phone thing comes in place too. That's why I'm saying, like, I mean, I'm not saying you should avoid, you can use your phone sometimes for stuff, but, like, having it control, like, like, your microwave or your, like, furniture and all, like, I think that's probably a little too far and all, because, like I said, it could get very bad and all with that stuff, but, or like I said, or the whole thing can crash and all, like, it can crash and, like, and everything could stop working, I mean, we're still a little ways off with that, but I've seen some chairs like that, like where they're controlled by, you can control them with your phone and all that. It's pretty bad and all that, and that's kind of the problem, But, yeah, I don't know, but another thing I'm going to say about AI that is driving me nuts, too, is, I'm going to get into a little bit of politics here and all that, but that's because it's kind of driving me nuts, So as you guys know, Donald Trump is the president again and all that, so, of course, people are going to, like, not be happy about it, which, I mean, I'm not saying, like, people can't have their own opinions, and personally, I don't really care for Donald Trump myself. I voted for him, but I told you guys I don't care for Donald Trump much. I don't care for, like, either party, like, but I was getting tired of getting censored all the damn time. So, like, I decided, I'm like, you know what, I want to vote for somebody who won't censor shit, because it's not getting censored. Like, people are trying to bitch and say, like, well, this stuff's getting censored and all that. I'm like, I see people shit talking on Trump all the time, and I don't see it getting censored as bad. Like, maybe it is at certain parts, but, like, it's not getting censored as nearly as bad as when Biden was in office. When Biden was fucking in office, like, you weren't allowed to even talk about his health. Like, oh, some people were, but, like, smaller channels and all, or smaller content creators, like, on other platforms like me, we would be fucking censored. Like, I told you guys, they would literally censor your shit if you would even point out, like, that's the thing that people are bitching about. They're bitching about fucking Trump. They're bitching about him, like, needing to be impeached. But I'm like, you never say a damn thing about fucking Joe Biden getting impeached, you know? I'm like, both of them had problems. Like, if you're gonna impeach Trump, you should have impeached fucking Biden, too. Because Biden clearly was, declining in health. But to be fair, though, a lot of people, like I said, probably didn't watch much of his speeches. And honestly, with Biden and all that, like, too, again, like, if they would censor your information, so they were trying to make it look like he was doing perfectly fine when he was not. Like, there was no way he was running the country. I'm sorry, like, I mean, there are some, like, people talking about, like, this or that, like, they found a laptop and this or that, like, I'm not really talking about that. I'm just talking about, like, the obvious, like, that, the actual obvious. I'm not saying some of this stuff didn't happen. Same with Trump, people are saying, like, he's a pedophile. I mean, he was arrested and all that, but was proven innocent, you know. He was proven innocent, but we don't know if he actually has done some of these things. But like, it's flat out has been shown that Biden, has bad health. He has bad health and all, and they would go out and censor your shit because of it, And that's the problem. And now they're trying to use fucking AI and all. Like, you can tell these videos are fucking fake. They're trying to use this AI stuff to make it look like Trump is fucking this bad guy and all that. Like, people literally treat him like fucking worse than Hitler. I'm not kidding. Like, people are treating Trump worse than Hitler. And Hitler was a bad person. Hitler did some bad things. But, like, they're treating Trump like, again, like he's fucking Hitler and all that. Like, or like worse than Hitler, actually, because he's this person who's this sex pervert who hates like, disability people and all that and this and that. I mean, maybe he does, I don't know, but sex pervert and all, I don't know, I don't know if that's true or not, but I mean, but my point is, though, and all, like I said, like they want to talk about how bad he is, but then they don't point out, the shit, like, that, again, what was going on with Biden, and even pricing, like, I see people bitching all the time about fucking Trump, like, the economy's getting bad, and all the economy's getting bad, and all with them, the pricing and all that, like, I'm like, again, like, have you gone to the store, when fucking Joe Biden was in office? I mean, yeah, there was COVID and all that, but, like, the pricing was really bad there, too. Like, it was not great there either. Like, pricing was expensive. Like, milk was actually going about to $6. Like, it was going up. It's still expensive. Like, some certain gallons of milk are, like, still $5. But I've been noticing it's going down. The food is all going down. And again, people are bitching about fucking Trump, the tariffs and all that, how it's gonna go up. And all that. And I'm like, well, again, like, yeah, like, I mean, some of this stuff is going up a little bit, but, like, again, like, same shit under Biden, too, and again, they don't point that out. And I'm not even talking about, like, I'm not even talking about people who bitch about this stuff, too, but, I mean, I'm talking mostly about the actual, the people who actually, like, run the news media and all, they're trying to, like, again, convince people this or that, and that's the problem, And that's the problem, that's the thing, that's why you gotta be careful when you watch this stuff, and that's the problem with AI. AI is becoming so realistic, it's making it look like it's actually real, and it's bad, like, it is bad. Speaking of Trump, I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm finding some, like, weird, like AI, like, videos and photos and all that, like, on the social media platforms. It looks so freaking weird and all, like, I've seen some nude stuff of Trump and all. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm not looking the stuff up. Like, I'm not looking it up. I'm just saying, like, I'm literally seeing that stuff, like, pop up in my recommendations. It is weird as hell. Like, it is weird as hell. And that's kind of the thing with AI. Like, I mean, you can ignore that stuff, but like I said, that's the problem. They're gonna try to use AI to, like, do all this stuff and all that, and convince people this or that. And like I said, it's probably going to screw over a lot of people, because a lot of these people are trying to make content, you know, and then you got people over here that are abusing the damn power, and it's gonna affect everybody else. That's like I said with YouTube Kids and all. That's what happened there. People were abusing the power, and everybody else had to suffer because of these people. And I mean, it's YouTube's fault too, but like, the same, that's kind of what happened there. And then it's the same thing that's going to happen again with AI. That's why, again, I'm telling you guys need to back your videos up, because like I said, it's going to get very bad. It's going to get bad before it gets good. And that's the same, like, back your stuff up and all that, make sure it's all safe, you know, because in case your channel gets hacked or your accounts get hacked, you know, you'll have your stuff saved. Because I think in a few years or so, like, I think right now, like, I would say probably, maybe, I don't know, maybe not a few years, maybe about, like, 8 to 10 years, it'll probably die down a little bit, but I think AI is going to be here to stay. Like, I don't think it's going to go away, but I think right now, because it's a newer thing too, and a lot of these companies are trying to, like, abuse it the way they can, and all, and I think eventually there's going to be people who are going to step in and probably put their foot down on this stuff, but it's going to take time. Like, it's going to take time. You know, it's going to take time. But it doesn't mean people can't, you know, again, hack your stuff and all that, and like I said, they can hack computers and all that, like, because so much stuff is on the computers anymore, and all that. Like I said, it can be very bad, you know. People want to talk about, like I said, like, what was it, that thing that happened, like, in, what was it, like, it was 1999, it was the, like, I forgot what it was, what they called that, but, like, a few episodes made fun of that, like, Family Guy made fun of it too, but, like, all the computers were gonna crash and all that, and something like that. And like I said, that was kind of back in the day when all that was not as bad. Like, now it's, like, way worse. And again, I'm not gonna say that, again, like, all this will get bad, but like I said, with everything, again, being online and all, like I said, it could get pretty bad. And that's the thing, that, again, people, like, one person could hack your stuff, and all this could happen. That's why you gotta be very careful. But, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. But I will say, yeah, I think there's definitely some stuff going on here and all that, but I don't know, this video, I just figured I would talk about this stuff because it's getting out of hand and all that, and like I said, it can be good at times, but for the most part, I think that this stuff is just getting way too realistic and out of hand, and it's getting kind of scary for people, including myself, and all that, and I'm just like I said, that's why I'm trying to get you guys to be prepared for what might come, you know? Because this stuff has happened before, you know, with certain stuff, you know. It's only going to get worse, you know. Before it gets better. But yeah, I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and let things go from here. I'll see you guys all later. Take care now.